Hi angels, welcome back to my channel. EXO Kitty season 2 was literally one of the best things to ever happen to Netflix. From everything to the coloring, to the styling, to the character development, everything was so perfect and even a lot better than it was in season 1. And today I'm going to tell you all of my opinions because I have a lot of them and I need to get them off my chest. Okay, first we're going to talk about the really messy love triangle in literally the entire show. The love triangle is basically like a love square because it's between Kitty, Mino, Yuri, and Day, but in season 2 Day's kind of not in it and he's kind of replaced by Stella. And there are also like a lot of other love triangles included in season 2 that were kind of unnecessary in my opinion. But I'm just going to be talking about the main love triangle in season 2, which is between Kitty, Yuri, and Mino. I'm a Kitty and Mino shipper. I want them to be together so badly. Like, I ship them. I ship them.
My bad.
I watch a lot of edits of them on TikTok. Like, I want them to be together so badly. And what I'm about to say might be like a hot take as a Mino and Kitty shipper, but I feel like the kiss between Kitty and Yuri was...
Some of y'all about to be real mad at me.
a good thing in a way. What I mean by this is that it's a good turning point for Kitty and Yuri's relationship because it's a way for Kitty to see that Yuri doesn't actually care about her. And I mean, it was very clear that she didn't care about her in a romantic way in season 1 and in season 2, but the kiss just gives us Minnie and Kiddo But the kiss just gives us Mino and Kitty shippers another reason to not like Yuri. Basically, after the kiss, Yuri doesn't try to ask Kitty how she feels about it. She just kind of like brushes it off and says, let's not talk about it, it's too risky, and she wants to hide it from Juliana. She doesn't want to say anything about it, and she doesn't want to ask Kitty how she felt about it. And when she does get to talk to Kitty, she basically tells her keep this between you and me, like this was a mistake, this shouldn't have happened.
So look, we both know it was a mistake, right? Juliana and I had a fight, I was confused, and we just got caught up in the moment watching that video.
Thank you for telling me how I feel.
Thank you, Yuri, for telling Kitty how she feels instead of actually asking her about it and actually caring about her. And I think it's a good thing for Yuri too, to realize that she's very self-absorbed.
Is it possible that you can be a little self-involved?
That is a distinct possibility. What if I am just a selfish, terrible person?
No, don't say that.
Like with Kitty, I completely shut her out after kissing her on a whim.
You want?
And she also doesn't actually try to like talk to Juliana about it. They just kind of have a fight and Yuri just kind of like tries to brush it off and say like it didn't mean anything, and then like after they break up she just stalks Juliana and tries to get back together with her instead of actually caring about how she feels.
I can like jump up in the rankings and go from like regular to like boss. I can jump up to like manager, and then
which is kind of messed up. And then after Juliana finds out that Yuri cheated on her, Yuri cuts Kitty off and acts as if it's Kitty's fault, but it's like, you cheated. Yuri cheats on the person she's dating and blames it mostly on Kitty.
Yuri, we need to talk. Come on.
What are you doing chasing me down in front of everyone like that?
I'm not chasing you down because I want to be with you, so you can stop avoiding me if that's what you're worried about.
Oh, I'm worried about everything, Kitty.
So am I.
And it's like, yeah, Kitty could have like not kissed Yuri, but like Yuri was the one in the relationship, so she should have said no.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
She should have listened to Juliana when she was telling her that she was uncomfortable by her relationship with Kitty because she realized that Kitty liked her. It's kind of just not adding up. It's not making sense.
The Bible doesn't say there are 5 generals in hell. It doesn't say there's not, does it? What?
Yuri just doesn't care. She just doesn't see, like, she's very like oblivious to the whole situation, and I feel like in her mind it's not really affecting her because she's fine, she's rich, and she's dating the person she wants to date, and she got everything that she wanted, but she's not actually care about the people around her. And the whole thing with Yuri avoiding Kitty is kind of similar to in season 1 when Kitty doesn't tell Yuri about Alex being her brother because she didn't know and she felt like it wasn't her place to tell her. And then Yuri gets mad at Kitty and says, we're not friends anymore, basically. And it's like, what?
How could you hide this from me?
wasn't my place to be honest. Guys, I'm trying to focus. I wasn't not honest. I just lied by omission. You lied all semester about being with Dave on purpose, and I got past it, and now we're friends. We were friends. Maybe this would be easier if we were there for each other as friends, like always.
Look, Kitty, I'm so sorry about how everything went down. Really. But right now, I'm trying to get Juliana back. And hanging out with the girl I cheated with isn't going to help. Maybe we can be friends again. Eventually. But just not now.
Like, Kitty literally forgave you after all the stuff that you did to her, like, earlier in the show. After lying, after stealing her boyfriend, after being, like, her bully. Like,
Oh, I'm sorry.
You looking for trouble, punk?
Why, Ayana? Hold me back, boys. It's not worth it, Big Jim.
Let me at him. Come Bluey!
Kitty forgave Yuri, and I still don't understand how in the world it was possible for Kitty to like Yuri in a romantic way at all. But anyway,
let's finish this conversation another time. I have your competition on the phone.
that just gives me a reason to like Mino even more because he's always there whenever Kitty needs him. And Mino dating Stella doesn't really get in the way of him helping Kitty.
Well, yes.
Honestly, it's not cheating because he's just there for her as a friend. He's just there for her, but he doesn't have feelings for her. And it's like, we see through all of your lies, Mino. Mino thinks he's so nonchalant, but it's like you're lying through your teeth and we can see it. Like, okay, moving on to Day and Eunice. I actually really like their relationship. I think it does make sense that Day isn't really over Kitty because they did break up like not too long ago. So it does make sense for him to still have some feelings for Kitty, but genuinely I just don't like his relationship with Kitty. Like, it was sweet at the beginning and it was fine, like when they met in To All the Boys, the third movie, and like the whole like beginning of their relationship was really nice. But then in season 1, when Kitty goes to visit Day, it's just like Day honestly was my least favorite character. And oh my gosh, he was honestly my least favorite character in season 1, because he lied about being rich, he lied about being with Yuri. But then in season 2, I guess he kind of redeems himself, because I feel like in season 2 they're kind of like they're trying to like gaslight us and make us like forget everything that he did in season 1, and it's like, no, I didn't forget, and I'm here to remind the entire fandom of everything that he did in season 1. But later. I'm trying to get at in this specific part of the video is that I like Day and Eunice's relationship, and I like that they had a lot of similarities and they were really cute together, and I think that they could work out potentially in season 3. But I think Day just has like a pride problem, and he just like, I think he has good intentions but doesn't know how to execute them well. His argument with Eunice about like, oh, like, you pretend to be rich, well, that's not the same thing, like that whole thing.
I'm sorry, I just assumed that.
You make a lot of assumptions about me. Say, of course I want to win, but not enough to lie.
You lie to everyone about being rich.
I'm still trying to make up excuses to lie to Kitty in season 1, and I recently.
Yeah, I can't believe she actually did that.
Right, because I was talking to her and she told me, she.
I recently rewatched a few of the scenes from season 1 to help me with this video, because I had a lot of opinions on Day and his relationship with Kitty and everything that he did in season 1, and I just wanted to make sure that I was like getting all the information right. And when I came across with something really like crazy that actually blew my mind and was like the cherry on top, like the 13th reason why I hate Day. Like, I literally hate him so much.
I hate Vietnam.
And that was Poopy Baby. So basically, Poopy Baby is like this ad commercial thing that Mino is in when he was a baby, and I think it's season 1 episode 2 or 3, I don't remember. But when Kitty goes to chemistry class and she sits next to Mino, and then Mino's kind of like making fun of her, and he's like calling her like the Portland stalker and stuff, and he's like, that's the thing about nicknames, they tend to stick. And then she's like,
I suppose that's true, Poopy Baby.
And now the entire class knows about Poopy Baby, which is like crazy because this is like something that no one was ever supposed to know about because Mino was so embarrassed about it. Now, for context, earlier in the episode, Day and Yuri are talking to each other about, like, telling Kitty the truth about their relationship, but then Day's like, well, I won't tell her the whole truth. I'll just make something up. Again, with all the lies. Like, again with the lies. But he's like, no, I'll just make something up. Like, I won't tell her, like, the truth. And then Yuri's talking about, like, I don't remember exactly what they say. I'll try to find, like, clips from the show. But Yuri's talking about, like how she doesn't know if Kitty should be trusted with, like, the truth. And then Day's like, no, like, she's a trustworthy person. Like she's never told anyone any of my secrets or something like that. Moving forward after the Poopy Baby situation, Yuri and Eunice are, like, outside, like, watching a video, and then Eunice tells Yuri that Kitty told everyone in chemistry class that Mino is the Poopy Baby. So now Yuri's like, oh my gosh, why would you do that? So then she gets up and then she goes to the library where Day and Kitty are for their tutoring session. And then Yuri basically tells Day, like, Kitty told everyone about Mino being the Poopy Baby, and then she leaves. And then Kitty's, like, oblivious because she's like, okay, like, your girlfriend is so intense. Like your girlfriend, like, we all know that this is basically fake.
Especially during the all say.
And then he's like, you told Mino about Poopy Baby? And then he literally gets mad. Like, he gets angry about the fact that Kitty told Mino about Poopy Baby. He gets, like mad. He's like, this isn't gonna work out between us because she told him about Poopy Baby.
Your girlfriend is intense.
I can't believe you told Mino about Poopy Baby.
Sorry, but Mina was being such a jerk. And if it was such a big secret, you shouldn't have told me.
Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have.
Day, I'm sorry.
This isn't gonna work.
What?
Like, this whole time, like, the whole, like, second episode, like, the whole, like, beginning of the show is literally Day lying and not telling the truth to Kitty. But then the second that she said something about Poopy Baby, it's like the world is over. First of all, if you didn't want her to say anything about Poopy Baby, why did you tell her in the first place? Because this is Day trying to convince the viewers or whatever that Kitty can't be trusted, she's a bad person. But if you didn't want anyone to know about Poopy Baby in the first place, and if that was gonna ruin Mino's reputation and destroy his life, why did you tell Kitty about it? That's just Day being a bad friend. I feel like we see that, like, as a reoccurring theme throughout the show of all the characters, not all the characters, but specifically Day and Yuri, like, kind of, like, blaming Kitty most of the time and putting the blame on her, like, even when they've done, like, really bad stuff to her. And, like, all sin is sin. Like, it's not like, oh, like, this was worse and this was worse, because it's like, okay, like, Kitty and Yuri kissed, okay, they both were in the wrong. They lying to Kitty about being in a relationship, Kitty talking about Baby, they were both wrong. But it's like, Kitty is so quick to forgive them, and she's so quick to, like, brush it off and be like, I don't care about that, I love Day, Yuri is such a good friend to me, like, I love all these people, like, I have to forgive them. Like, but then the second that she does something remotely kind of a little bit or a lot bad, every character turns on her. And it's like, stop doing that. Like, that's so stupid to me. Genuinely, Kitty is a good character in my opinion, and I feel like we kind of, like, switched up on her because I feel like after hearing, like, reviews about To All the Boys and, like, Kitty in the movies, it's always like, oh, like, Kitty's such a good character, like, she's such, like, the perfect representation of, like, an annoying little sister, like, she's so sassy and cool. But then, like, the second that she steps into the screen on season 1, it's, oh my gosh, Kitty's so annoying, I hate her. And it's like, okay, like, you're allowed to have that opinion. But personally, I love Kitty. Like, I think she's such a good character. And it's like, we're switching up on her because she's like,
We got Sarah, yes we do, we got Sarah, how about you?
but let's not even forget about all, like, the cringy lines that we heard in season 2 from Q, specifically from Q, and from Juliana. But honestly, it's really funny, and I like that they added in all of, like, the weird slang, because honestly, is EXO Kitty season 2 really EXO Kitty season 2 without Q saying,
He kind of ate.
and I guess we should talk about Q and Jin. I kind of really don't have an opinion on their relationship. Beginning, when they first introduced Jin, I was kind of, like, creeped out by him a little bit. I was like, wait, like, he's a toxic alpha male. I don't really have an opinion on their relationship. I don't really care that much. I'm sorry. What else do I have to say about this show? Performance at the end of the show, like, when Day was singing, like, I loved that scene. Like, that was really cute. Oh, yes! Oh my gosh, thank you, God. Okay, I have to talk about the cliffhanger at the end of the show, because that's probably, like, one of the most, like, craziest, like, surprising, like, moments in the story. So at the end, I was really like praying and hoping that there wasn't gonna be a cliffhanger again, because last season we had a cliffhanger, but it's like this season it's like I feel like the cliffhanger gives me like a little bit more hope. Like it's not like leaving me with like what they left us with, the Mino plane confession. Like that was like, oh my gosh, like what's gonna happen? Like Mino's gonna get his heart broken, like Kitty like someone else. Like there's so many people who like Kitty, like there's so much going on, like there's so many people who Kitty likes. But then like in season 2, the cliffhanger kind of gave me like a little bit more hope, because I was like, okay, like wait, like this might work out between them. Like this might not be, like their relationship might not be a flop. Like they might actually like be together. And I was kind of like losing hope. At least in season 1, I was losing hope, because I was like, there's no way they're gonna end up together. Like this is like, oh my gosh, like I just wasted my time. Just kidding. Just kidding. But like in season 2, I feel like there was a lot more hope for their relationship like actually working out, whether they do end up together in season 3 or not. I feel like I had more like belief in the fact that it could potentially work out. Like with all their like scenes together, and Mino being Mino and showing up for her and being there for her, and Kitty realizing that she actually does have feelings for Mino. And I feel like I never really doubted for a second that Mino still liked her. Like I feel like I just always had like in the back of my mind it was Mino's not over her. Like, and he literally says like, why do you think I went to a rebound relationship with Stella? Like he literally is still in love with Kitty.
Enough! It was bad enough that you broke my heart. You're trying to break up my relationship.
I broke your heart?
Why do you think I jumped into a rebound relationship with Stella? And now that I'm past all that and actually really care about her, you come and try to tear us apart because what? Are you jealous or something?
You're my friend. I want to look out for you.
Well, don't!
And then like he keeps like trying to act nonchalant, and he's like, I'm over Kitty, but he's not. Like in that scene from that one episode, I don't remember what episode it was, but it's the episode where Kitty tries to talk to her grandma's sister and her cousin at like the marketplace. But like before like that scene, Q like is asking Mino about like what he thinks about Kitty, and then he literally doesn't answer, and then like leaves to go help Kitty. So obviously you still like her. Stop joking, stop playing, stop lying. But yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting that cliffhanger. And also, what happened to the that deleted scene?
And that was posted on TikTok, and there was like millions of views being like, this is a spoiler, this is what happened. But because, not shockingly, it was such a mess of a scene, we had to cancel, like we had to like reshoot it later. So the whole thing was shelved. We never saw that scene, and now people are making up theories of like, where was that one clip we saw on TikTok? It's not in the season. There must be a secret episode coming, or like.
Anyway, that's gonna be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I really hope that you enjoyed, and feel free to leave any of your opinions about ExoKitty in the comments down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Remember that Jesus loves you. Bye, Angel. It was kind of dumb. Wait, I don't know. Wait, maybe I should I don't know. Hold on. Okay. Okay, that's better. Okay.